Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers! Tiki here!
And Blue Dragon 5.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, sorry, Mew.
You are just signing your own death warrant with that man. You realize that, right?
I just hope he doesn't watch it. If he does, I'm sorry, Blue Dragon. I make fun of everybody.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Well,
I do.
anyways, folks, we are here for a recap of the merge project of So You Want to Be an Imagineer Season 14, as well as a retrospective on some of our favorite projects of the season so far, including a detailed look into the mythology projects, which that was around where Mew and I didn't give feedback at all, and Mew gave very limited feedback because we were just, both super busy. Mew, I believe you were still suffering from the bubonic plague at the time.
Yes, I was.
So what is that you're holding up? Just a picture?
I'm holding a picture? I'm talking with my mind.
Oh, God.
Just kidding.
Okay, anyways, don't distract me, man. We have a lot to cover.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And the first thing we want to cover, folks, is the return of...
Mystic Woodlands.
No, the epic pop culture story.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute, but folks...
Would you like to open a window and look at it? I could do just the same.
Yeah, please do.
We have a lot of windows open. Anyways, do you want to talk a bit about the epic pop culture story for a minute?
Sure, folks. So this is something that dates back to Vision's Fantastic. It is basically an excuse to create the most outlandish, crazy, out there fan fiction we possibly can. It's completely limitless. Any pop culture character could show up. That is why it's called the epic pop culture story. There's only, it just starts with a base premise that Mew has laid out in the first post. And with that, yeah, just so much potential. Like we said, anyone could show up. Anyone. You could literally insert any character from any show, and the rights, the rights don't, it's the points in whose line is it anyways? The rights don't matter. What?
I'm on the thread right now if you want to see what it looks like.
Go ahead.
The epic pop culture story. I'll highlight it. There you go. And I highlighted it. Oh well. Anyways, as you can see, I'll give a little introduction because I'll do the Blue Dragon voice. This is an old idea from Vision's Fantastic. Basically, this is an off-topic concept where a bunch of us get together and wait. Why isn't my computer not letting me type? Hello? Actually, Mew, I'll take it from here. Hello, WDW. I screwed it up. Hello, WDW Magic. The name's Blue Dragon 5. Renowned Captain America fan, news anchor, and encyclopedia for all things the Bat. The epic pop culture story is a free-for-all fan fiction where anyone and everyone can carry on and contribute to an ongoing story where literally anything is possible. But most importantly, it's a reason for you fine folks at WDW Magic to help people like us meet our favorite pop culture characters, such as Captain America, the Bat, Anna, Elsa, Woody, Buzz, and the evil Emperor Zurg. Don't forget Deadpool. I'll let Mew start the story off. He will leave us off with a paragraph or two, then the next person will continue the story. Make sense? Come on out of the cone of shame, Mew. We're ready to begin. And then, of course, I won't read the story, but you could read it here. It's all on WDW Magic, and it's all new, and it's ready.
I just want to just highlight some of the possibilities that we have just in the first couple paragraphs, all right?
Yes.
We have Blue Dragon 5 as a main character. Which, Dragon, we're doing this because we love you, all right?
Exactly. We're not trying to bash you or make fun of you. We're writing a story about you, man. It's just there's things that everyone can be made fun of for. And
honestly, this is honest to God. I think Blue Dragon 5 is a great person to write the epic pop culture story around because he is so engrossed in a lot of pop culture and a lot of these characters, and just the idea of him, we have Blue Dragon 5 being roommates with Captain America, for example.
Exactly. Roger from Rent.
And Roger from Rent, which is just a totally random out there, And Captain America is now Captain something.
Captain Nameless.
Captain Nameless, yes.
Because there was a Great War 10 years prior that got rid of America for some reason.
And so now Captain America talks in a jive like, yo, dog. I don't know.
Anyways, let's get back to...
I love the world building that you set up in the paragraph. Like, America is now just cornfield.
Yes. Well, some of America. There's also going to be a snowy area.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's adventure time, but with pop culture everywhere.
Pretty much.
It's only a matter of time before Mickey Mouse and Kermit the Frog and Homer Simpson and Big Bang Theory and, you know, all those characters come in.
So many possibilities. So
Literally,
many possibilities.
The next installment could have Disney Man 1 fighting Maleficent as a dragon. Disney Rules from, oh my God. Disney Rules has to be a character in this.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities for like past characters, like past people from So You Want to Be an Imagineer to show up.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, I have to bring in the goblins from not the goblins, the orcs from the Lord of the Rings animated, the Rankin Bass. The last time we had an epic pop culture story, I would kind of troll them by I'd play on the last story, and I'd have the orcs come in and sing their song from that movie, even if it made no sense to the story whatsoever. Like, you know, they'd be, you know, they're climbing a skyscraper or something like that, and all of a sudden, well, there's a way where the just like and they'd be like, damn, what are we gonna do? Anyways.
Also, one last thing. Hipster Donald should be the main villain.
Oh no, but we can't reveal it till the end.
Well, I mean, it's already revealed.
Oh, damn.
Hipster Donald is the main antagonist. I will write that in.
He started the Great War.
Yes, yes.
Hey, why am I on my Facebook?
I don't know. You probably should stop screen sharing in general.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop screen sharing. You didn't see my Facebook, did you?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, well, we're good.
Right.
Okay,
nice. Folks. So yes, epic pop culture story. We're very excited about that. But let's get into the merge of So You Want to Be an Imagineer. There's a lot of stuff we want to cover. Oh God. So Garrett, where do we get into it? I guess I think with the merge, we can kind of talk about this project and go beat by beat because different people had different contributions to the project.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, Disney's Mystic Woodlands. This is a natural evolution of PL 7764's Twin Peaks Wilderness Adventure Park, which in essence, that was basically like Fort Wilderness on steroids.
Yes.
Whereas what this team did was just infuse a bunch of Disney magic into the equation and just have a bunch of themes.
Yeah, which there was nothing wrong with that.
I mean, to me, there is kind of like a charm in how naturalistic the Twin Peaks project was. That's a little bit lost here, but at the same time, it's sacrificed for a lot of really good detail, a lot of great kind of immersive descriptions and fantastical settings.
Yes.
Realistically, like I think realism is a big point against this project, but
yeah, there's just not enough room for what they were trying to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. What they're trying to accomplish sounds like it'd probably take at least the footprint of Disneyland, at least.
Yeah. You know, like, because it's hiking loops, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's hiking loops are huge, and that Strawberry Field is huge, but maybe just huge enough for one of the smaller loops they came up with.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, the Strawberry Field is in a place where is no matter how hard you try, it would be really difficult to completely immerse someone into the wilderness. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like obviously that's the prompt, but it's like in a place where there's like Angel Stadium isn't too far. Like really, you could see it from there most likely. The streets are right around it. There's a gas station nearby.
Oh God,
McDonald's right across from it. Like it would be hard to immerse someone in there without and eliminate the traffic and everything. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. Realism is a big point, which is a shame because the project is really good as a whole.
Yeah, so let's get into some of it. A A lot of it was done around pie on my cake. Definitely did a lot of this. He kind of came up with a lot of the ideas. It was very much a team effort. Magic Feather had a lot of brainstorming involved here. Let's see, who was the team leader?
Disney Man.
Right.
Who did a good job.
He did.
He's starting to come back, like, in, the way I expected him to be.
Yeah, I think Disney Man kind of he maybe, especially this round, and because Disney Man is like the one person in the Halloween Horror Nights project that actually really knows a lot about Young Frankenstein, besides probably Jokers.
Yeah.
So yeah, Disney Man definitely. Like I said, when talking through this project, we'll kind of talk through all the different people in the merge as well, because they all had different contributions. So yeah, Disney Man. I mean, I do think he is still kind of an underdog, and that Golden PO MVP is still kind of a Chekhov's gun in the season. Like, but I definitely do think he showed a lot of improvement, and he's getting towards the potential that he showed in the Festival of Imagination projects.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Okay. Do strawberry fields forever. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. This is Snoopy's addition to the project, I believe, the Bambi Loop.
The Bambi Loop, which is nice to see a Bambi thing.
It is, and this might be, besides the Neverland Loop, this might be my favorite addition to the project. I think this works really, really well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love how the descriptions work, where it kind of lulls you in. It kind of like you see some of the more familiar woodland animals before seeing some of the more exotic woodland animals later on. I really like how they use some of the same iconic animals and set pieces from Bambi, but work it in a really naturalistic kind of way. The animal sanctuary being here makes a lot of sense.
Yes, that I've always felt like an animal sanctuary or something, like the petting zoo, like Big Thunder Ranch. Like, kind of off topic. I always thought it would fit in Critter Country really well.
It would. Did you see the Hungry Bear path is open now?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Fresh Bake just did a video on it. Look it up.
No, shoot.
I'm sorry, entirely off topic, but
really?
Yeah.
I was just there yesterday.
Yeah, it's open today.
Oh, of course. The one time I don't go to Disneyland. I just went to watch World of Color, and that was literally it.
Oh, shoot.
OMG, they've opened the Hungry Bear path.
Yeah, they opened the Hungry Bear path. It's now a complete path that connects directly back to the second story of the Hungry Bear, and you can clearly see it goes beyond. Like, there's, you can clearly see it goes out. Like, there's a construction wall, but yeah. Anyways.
Damn. Anyways, continuing with SYWTBAI.
Yes. I like how this kind of reminds me of a walkthrough, kind of like, it's got some of the same conservation messages as something like Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Yes.
Which is nice, but done in, I think, kind of a more subtle way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I like I said, I think like the main thing was that they took a risk kind of including Bambi, because Bambi's is so rarely seen.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously like a popular film. I'm not going to deny that, but you don't see Bambi ever.
I think people, like, in pop culture, basically, like, people just have Bambi summed up to a single moment, which is the gunshot.
Yes. But there's a lot of, it's not my favorite film, but there's a lot of great moments in it.
I always make the statement that I think Bambi, out of all the Disney movies, is the one that's most like a painting. It's the most artistically beautiful, but it's also the most boring.
It is very boring. I will back you on that.
But it is also very artistically beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so pretty to look at.
Yeah, that's the problem. Next is Paradise Falls.
Yes.
Which, of course, is a huge plus in my book. A little too similar to Redwood Creek Talons Trail at DCA.
Yeah, this was I don't know. I think it's also kind of maybe a little bit too obvious of an inclusion as well. And we've seen a lot of other, like, Up is one of those things that I feel like is getting a little oversaturated in this community with armchair Imagineering.
Yeah,
I feel like we
I'm
see
even
it a
guilty of
lot.
because it's so, you know, like there's nothing really was done with it, and it's a good movie to base an attraction on.
And there's a lot of different possibilities for like ride vehicles and locations.
Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, I would definitely say it's one of the more popular IPs around
for sure.
in this community, at least.
I mean, I definitely did an Up dark ride back in the day, but nowadays, if I were to be working on a dark ride project, I definitely like avoid Up just for that reason.
I definitely go with
fairly
Black Cauldron.
oversaturated.
Black Cauldron for sure.
I mean, you might be joking. I can't tell, but Black Cauldron would make a hell of a dark ride.
I was joking.
It would make a hell of a dark ride.
Cinderella Castle Mystery Tour.
Exactly.
Anyways, but yeah, in regards to this, you know, it was just a little too similar for my taste to Redwood Creek, but at the same time, it was different enough.
Thank God Redwood Creek Challenge Trail isn't themed to Brother Bear anymore.
Yeah, it's themed to Wilderness Explorers. They still have the Brother Bear totem pole, though.
I know.
Kind of strange, but whatever. But, you know, it was good. It was just, I think there wasn't much research done in regards to what DCA has.
Yeah.
Because DCA definitely has like a camp feel to it, like a campground feel in the Grizzly Peak part.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I feel like that area wasn't taken into consideration. I feel like, if anything, I would have liked the Wilderness Explorers, which, you know, given Up is a good inclusion. I think that Huey, Dewey, and Louie as like Boy Scouts, something like that, maybe with like Humphrey Bear and J. Audubon Woodlore.
Yeah, but the problem with that though is I feel like that setting is a little too similar to Bambi, like the woodland setting.
Oh, true. This is more tropical, huh?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the point of
point.
including Up is for the, you know, the tropical setting more than anything else.
Good point, but they also have Neverland for the tropical setting.
That's also a good point. However, I'd wager to say, like, I'll take your Neverland and I'll raise you. I think Neverland is more fantastical with a mix of tropical, whereas Up is more kind of like naturalistically tropical.
Yeah, that's true.
Like kind of like how the Enchanted Forest is like a mystical woodlands, and then Bambi is kind of the naturalistic woodlands. I kind of feel like that's the same sort of thing with Paradise Falls and Neverland.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, though,
there's nothing wrong with Ranger Woodlore. Oh, Humphrey Bear, what are you doing? Put that picnic basket back.
How are you not a professional voice actor?
I don't know. I just don't try. Humphrey Bear. Fun fact, this is the same voice actor as Mr. Smee.
Yes.
And Droopy. Except Droopy's more like this.
And don't forget about the White Rabbit.
Oh, yes, the White Rabbit.
I'm trying to conserve my voice for the German music coming up.
Oh, God.
But, so I can't, like, do the shouting Mr. Smee.
Uh-huh.
But when I get back, I promise I will do a good old-fashioned
capping.
Okay, anyway, good
speaking
transition.
Of capping,
good transition.
Damn, that was spooky. It's like it knew.
Right. Okay, so Garrett, did you ever go to the Neverland pool?
No, but I longingly would walk by it every time. Did you?
Yes, I have fond memories of it. Yes.
I remember seeing TikTok from afar. TikTok and Captain Hook are my favorite characters, next to King Louie. And the Skull Rock and the Jolly Roger. Oh my god! I remember I did play games in the arcade though.
Oh, okay.
What was it? The Lost Boy arcade? I don't know.
Something like that. I remember playing like a tank game in that arcade.
Yeah, the arcade was legit. Like, God, 90s Disneyland. There's just nothing like it. Early 2000s Disneyland, even.
Well, yes,
maybe not.
No,
maybe not Disneyland, but I don't know. Like, I just have fond memories of the hotels, even.
No, I know what you're saying.
Like the gift shops, like in the old vibe. There was an old vibe to it.
Hmm.
Like a really nostalgic atmosphere. I don't know.
I remember going to a cafe, like the first time I ever went to Disneyland. I remember going to a cafe that was at the Disneyland Hotel, and there were like menus that had the menus were printed like the old school maps of the Disneyland park.
Ooh.
And it was really cool because it was like right before we were about to catch a monorail into the actual park.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, so Neverland Pool is one of my favorite Disneyland memories. It is incredible.
This project really brought back nostalgia for that.
Absolutely.
Such a good inclusion.
As Snoopy pointed out, me and him actually tried to run a full fucking forum based on the Neverland Pool back in the day.
What?
Don't ask me how, man. I wish I could find it. Like, we would have things like, oh, the Skull Rock slide thread. Yeah. Discuss the Skull Rock slide. Discuss, like, we'd have one for the snack bar. We had a thread for the snack bar. We had a thread for... I kid you not. I'm not making this up.
What the heck?
I wish I could find... You know what? I might still be able to find it. I'm going to do some digging.
Maybe. That's hysterical.
Okay, anyways. So, I'm sorry. Can you kind of talk about the pool for now? I'm legitimately going to try and look this up.
Yeah, go ahead. The pool was... we were talking about the pool, right? Not the project.
Or the project.
Well, the project as a whole, great artwork again from Basket Buddy. Great artwork and content as usual. Like Basket Buddy never lets us down. And the pool. Thinking of the pool, basically the old Disneyland Hotel. I like the new one. Don't get me wrong. There's some great features to it. Trader Sam's, which I went to for the first time on Monday, and getting drunk on a Monday. Turn up. What? Anyways, God, what? Trader Sam's, the e-ticket pool. There's a cool map of the '60s Disneyland in the lobby, and the towers are each themed to a land.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, the Disneyland Hotel, especially before, even before DCA and Downtown Disney, they had like cutouts of backdrops.
Yeah. I have a lot of pictures of those.
Yeah,
with me and my grandparents and stuff. Yeah.
Or like giant postcards or something like that. Take your picture in front of that. Then there was for a time they had the gargoyles from Hunchback, Laverne.
I think I have a
Victor
picture
and
of
Hugo.
that as well. I have, yeah.
And then there was the mini Jungle Cruise boats, like Shrunken Ned's.
Oh my God, yes.
And it was
and
like
the whole
really
marina, the whole marina. They had like the paddle boats.
Yeah, like
oh Jesus.
With the Jungle Cruise, it was really kitschy because like you look down and like there's a model of the Jungle Cruise boathouse. But then there was like little PVC figures of animals like randomly throughout the water. Like there's like an island with like a suspension bridge, and there's a gorilla on the suspension bridge.
Oh my God.
And like there's an elephant on like a firefighter platform or something like that.
Okay, we're just gonna turn this whole podcast into like a Disneyland hotel memories, but which
Whatever.
we could very easily do. But
we're letting Tiki open up something from Mouse Planet.
No, I can't find it.
Oh, that's okay.
Two more.
Waterfalls?
Fantasy Waters. Yes, yep. Waterfalls. You read my mind. Waterfalls.
The waterfalls
yes.
were amazing.
It broke my heart when they took those out. It really did.
Especially because it's just a plot of grass now.
Exactly.
I mean, it is what it is, but oh God, it was so cool. It was like, imagine walking through the grotto on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. Like that little cave behind the giant waterfall.
Right.
Oh man, I wish that was still around. Like that, man, that's one of my biggest regrets.
And then Fantasy Waters, of course.
The pre-World of Color.
Yeah.
There was a World of Color at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yes, there was.
It wasn't that great. Don't get me wrong. But
okay, I have a really weird memory of the first time I went to Disneyland. Like, we saw Fantasmic, and then the night after we saw Fantasmic, apparently there was like some sort of technical issues they were having on Tom Sawyer's Island, and I have this really, really weird memory of like some lady telling my family that they were going to do Fantasmic at the Disneyland Hotel at the Fantasy Waters Stadium. Could you imagine? Could you imagine them trying to do Fantasmic there?
Dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Because the Fantasy Water Stadium is basically just like a concrete wall, if I remember correctly.
Concrete wall with a pond.
Right.
It's still there.
I know.
It's a plant. It's a garden now.
I'll never forget that. I'll never forget, like, and even then, even like as a 6-year-old, I was like, how the hell would they do Fantasmic in that place?
That's so. I have a really nostalgic memory that kind of warms my heart.
Oh my god.
Before Downtown Disney, before the parking lot, or before anything, before it was just Disneyland. I remember my parents took me to the Disneyland Hotel really late at night, and we just sat outside of our car, and we listened to Fantasmic from far away.
Aww.
Like we could hear it. Like it was. Nowadays you can't hear it. There's so much going on, you wouldn't be able to hear it.
Right.
Like between Downtown Disney, DCA, and the trams, and
Sure.
you wouldn't be able to hear it. But we were sitting like outside our car, and we could hear. I remember hearing, "Now I'll make that little mouse's dream into a nightmare I remember hearing that.
Oh man, dude.
And like we could hear the cannonball from the Jolly Roger, and oh man, God, this Neverland hiking trail just made us go on a nostalgic tangent. So we should probably talk about the project itself.
Probably. Oh man. I don't really have a ton to say except it just emulates the hotel very well
Flawlessly.
and still gives it like a very grand scale. I love the use of the colored rocks. I think that looked beautiful in real life.
Oh,
like just knowing what Disney can do with rock work in something like Cars Land. I mean, can you imagine?
Or the new Big Thunder Trail.
Yeah,
I could picture it now.
right.
All the nostalgia.
I mean, it's a Basket Buddy project. I really don't have. Honestly, I kind of feel intimidating talking about Basket Buddy projects because I feel like there's a risk that you and I are just going to hype him up as like this big player and this big threat, and I really don't want to do that. So I kind of like, I don't know. And talking about Basket Buddy, I'm kind of like trying to undersell him these days, which is weird.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Maybe we should stop talking about him.
But
this trail. Yeah, I'm looking at the video really quick. I did walk this trail the other day. I didn't even realize.
What trail?
The Hungry Bear.
Oh yeah, right.
I did not even realize. I'll tell you why I didn't realize, but I won't say why on air.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, the Enchanted Forest loop. I really like the descriptions in this. I really like how it goes out of its way to kind of showcase the mysticism of the fairy tales that Disney does.
Yes.
And still included in a pretty naturalistic way.
Yeah, it was very. See, this is what I meant. Like, this is more fantasy than Neverland, even.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I think that Humphrey Bear and Woodlore would have worked well.
Well, I don't want to go back into that tangent.
What do you mean you don't want to talk about it again? You're breaking my heart, Tiki.
Oh god.
Anyways, not to make you at a loss for words.
Yes. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. All in all, good project. It was a little unrealistic.
Yeah, I really like the use of the reference photos.
Yes, I did too.
Because they're all like really far away wide shots that really show off the scenery.
Uh-huh.
I especially like this shot of Rapunzel.
Which one is that? Oh, in the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much else to say about it.
Nope.
Like this, I know we were like, oh, we'll give our detailed thoughts, but like, our detailed thoughts are it's good.
Pretty much. Comparing it to, do you want to compare it a little bit more to PL's original project?
That was so long ago. Yeah, this is definitely a fantastical approach to the concept. It's a departure from PLs,
Sure.
which is nice.
I don't know which one I prefer. I think at the end of the day, I probably still prefer PLs just because it's a little bit more grounded and also a little bit more out of left field. Like, we had no idea, like, with the Strawberry Field project, which was kind of the point of the original project, was put something in the strawberry fields. We were more expecting like a water park or a hotel or something like that. You know what I mean? So for PL to basically come out with something that's never really been done on this sort of scale before in Disney parks really was kind of a game changer for armchair Imagineering, and it really did kind of lead the way for, you know, people coming up with experiences that Disney can do that the company itself hasn't even tried yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was a really innovative project for its time.
Yeah, and I think the legacy of this of the project is very much celebrated. And while I do think that this project is a little, you know, it's less grounded, it's less realistic. It is kind of a celebration of all things Disney. I think the IPs chosen flow together very well. I think outside of Up, none of them are very obvious IPs, so I give you credit for that. And yeah, that's about all there is to say.
But what about Humphrey?
I don't know. What about Humphrey?
I wish he was there.
Okay.
Well, actually, Tiki, Humphrey Bear. Never mind. Just continue.
Has anyone replied to that thread yet?
No.
No, that's sad.
Maybe our advertising in this video will help.
Hopefully, I need to get it uploaded right away. But
do it.
I know.
I gotta work, man.
Okay, how much time do you have left?
I have about 40, a little under 40 minutes.
We can do it. We can do it. We can do this. Okay, folks, we're going to quickly highlight some of the things that we've seen before, as well as give some of our detailed thoughts about the two mythology-based projects. So,
and The Hobbit.
Yes, and The Hobbit. So let's talk about cartoons and cereal. Let's just return to this because
this is our top 5 favorite projects of the season so far.
Essentially, it's not really in any particular order. It's just kind of more of the highlights.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about cartoons and cereal? It includes a really good contribution by none other than Cranium Command.
You know what's really sad? I just realized.
What?
The team that made this project basically isn't here anymore.
No, you know what? That's besides
Space Red, Cranium.
I believe KMB is the last person standing.
And Snoopy too, right? Or Snoopy on the other team?
No, Snoopy was Team Mist.
Yeah, I think KM's the last one.
Yeah. Which KMB, I definitely think KMB does have a chance to go far, as we've talked about.
Oh, yeah.
But,
definitely. He's
yeah,
like,
that is
I'm on a
kind of
trip.
crazy.
Still does a lot of work.
Exactly. Right.
But yeah, this was the Animaniacs Tower of Terror, of No Terror, sorry, was a great project. And it makes me sad that things went down the way they did with Cranium.
I mean, I really do hope eventually we get to have some of these people back.
Yeah.
Like Cranium and Steven Yu, who they really did seem like genuinely good contestants and people who would be really active in the game, but they were just kind of thrown off by some of the mechanics of the game. And also, I think both of them are really young. So,
yeah. You know, this game's an acquired taste for some people.
It's an acquired taste, and it's also like you and I talk about it over and over again. Like people, like especially kids, don't really realize how much of a commitment this game is if you really want to win and do well and be respected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, sure, you can just coast by and post a couple ideas to the brainstorming and post like the bare minimum and, you know, maybe make like the final 7, final 6 just out of sheer luck. But that's not going to get you a win, and that's also not going to get you any respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways. So, yeah, cartoons and cereal, it's just, I'm sorry, I wish I could, like, go through this quicker, but my web browser is just, for some reason, it's having a really hard time loading this,
That's all good.
Loading this page. Damn it. I don't really have much to say about cartoons and cereal. It's just that was kind of the reasons why I pulled it out, though, was to highlight just how odd it is that you know what I mean. We did have a project that was incredible, by a team that more or less doesn't exist anymore, which just goes to show how unpredictable this season's been.
That's true.
That by far the strongest team going out of the gate is all but evaporated.
Because if you recall, their Carnival project was amazing too.
It was. Yeah, you're right.
And HMH or Haunted Mansion Holiday is when they kind of just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Or evaporated, I should say.
Right.
So, which is a shame, you know, like part of me still wishes that like some of these contestants were still around, you know. But it is what it is, and I'm happy with the season the way it is.
I mean, Cranium and Stephen Yu are both still around, and they are, you know, doing other things.
Stephen Yu is also on a different team.
What do you mean to do? Oh, yeah, that's right. Right.
On Team Younger.
But still, he's still around. I'm just saying, like, some of these players, yeah. Anyway.
Maybe one day we'll be able to, you know, fix any bridges that are still broken or burned down.
Hopefully.
Get back to it.
I think the epic pop culture story is actually a good way to kind of, like, bring the community together for something that's just fun and wacky.
I'm checking to see if anyone's responded. Oh, I have an alert.
Oh?
KMBMW 777 liked your post, but he didn't respond.
But he didn't respond? How
KM,
rude.
what the heck? Maybe he's responding as we speak. Yeah, really quick, it's going to be interesting to see how the Halloween Horror Nights project plays out.
Yeah, we're actually going to have to talk about that because, you know, that's going to be 8 different projects that you and I are going to have to judge. It's like the one-time post-merge that our scores are going to directly decide who goes home. It's a return to the every man for himself kind of gameplay. That's a twist I added to the project at the last minute. What was your reaction when you found out that I did that?
You know, it was a good choice because it's different. It's gonna be difficult for them because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people into horror.
Right.
So it's kind of going to be interesting seeing. Obviously, Joker's is going to do fine, and it seems like Pie on My Cake is doing well as well. But the others like don't seem to be into horror, so it's going to be interesting seeing, are they going to come up with something scary, something, you know, that logically fits at HHN, you know. So we'll see. I'm not tripping, but 2 more days, less than 2 more days.
Speaking of HHN, Garrett.
Yes,
it's pretty much happening.
But it's only April.
I know, but we have it to look forward to, my friend.
We do. Oh my God.
Yes, I pretty much, like, I've talked to my grandma. I pretty much confirmed, like, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Haunted Mansion Holiday because you said HMH.
Oh no, I said HHN.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? Yes, I'm excited. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So Mandy and Reith and I are going to go to Halloween Horror Nights this year for one night and one night only. And I have told Mandy and Reith this. I don't give a flying crap. I'm trying not to swear on this. I don't give an F how many mazes we actually get on. It's all about the experience. It's all about being there with you. It's all about hanging out, having a crazy time, having a once in a lifetime bucket list thing that I've wanted to do for a long time.
It's intense.
I'm sure it is.
It's equivalent to a roller coaster, but with people trying to kill you.
Which sounds great to me.
I just realized how good that concept art is.
Yeah, it's really good.
The heck? What in the name of? Okay, see, this project was a close call for me. Like, I think it's a tie between the Krampus Phantom Manor and the actual Nightmare Before Christmas.
Both were really good, yeah.
That was because Krampus fits surprisingly well in Phantom Manor. I wasn't like a giant fan of that overlay, but it was a close call between the two for me.
Yeah, and of course, Haunted Mansion Holiday. I'm not so much a big fan of Haunted Mansion Holiday. I'm actually one of the big people in the Disney fan community that's pretty outspokenly does not like Haunted Mansion Holiday. But it's definitely something you wanted to do. So
Very true. I did suggest this project the last minute, and Tiki's like, "Oh, okay." And then it ended up actually screwing up the season a little bit.
How so? I don't remember.
Because this was the round that we lost a bunch of people.
Oh, that's right. God.
Not saying that it was the project's fault. It was just the circumstances at the time.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah, the prompt really had nothing to do with that, but. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Haunted Mansion Holiday, I've gone on record and saying I don't really like it. I think it kind of is a clash of styles. I'd rather they just build something permanent for Nightmare Before Christmas, although I know Tim Burton is kind of the reason why they can't do that. I don't know. That's what you told me.
Supposedly, yes.
But I don't know. This is a really good, like if you're gonna do Haunted Mansion Holiday, that is kind of one of my things is just go all out with it. Because the way I feel like a lot of it is just sort of, it doesn't, like, I feel like this version of Haunted Mansion Holiday works a lot better than the Disneyland version does, because I feel like the Disneyland version, my main complaint with the Disneyland version has always been that it's too bright. Like, there's too many saturated colors. It just doesn't flow well. I mean, I'm sorry, Garrett. I'm sorry, but your namesake, Man-Eating Wreath, is actually kind of like, not the wreath itself, but like the singing plants specifically. That's one of my least favorite things in Haunted Mansion Holiday, because it's so cartoonish.
Yeah, and like I personally, if it was me, I would have done the attic in the corridor of doors and conservatory. I would have had the coffin wrapped up like a present. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kept Scary Teddy on top of it. Have some other toys around it instead of plants, and then have the snake like slithering throughout the whole corridor, and then the big reveal with the wreath above you is the snake.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I always thought that would be cool, and like maybe have this tail going through some of the doors. I don't know. But
maybe it's just nostalgia because of your name, but like I do think the wreath portion of that scene is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially since they gave it blinking eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I have to show you. I'm gonna look it up while we're on the topic. There is a piece of concept art for Haunted Mansion Holiday that I wish they did. I'm gonna look it up. So continue talking about the project.
Okay. I'm sorry, folks. These are just kind of, they happened so long ago. I don't really have it like fresh in my mind. I'm just kind of mostly going off of the concept art, but
we're just chatting about our favorites so far.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't really have a lot of. I mean, I do think we did podcast about this particular project.
I don't remember if we did.
Oh,
it's been so long.
My memory is going to shit, Garrett. I tell you.
I was sick too, so it's like.
That's true.
Who knows? Anyways, next we have.
Yeah, let's talk about both these projects, because, like I said, this was definitely one that kind of got unfairly screwed over when it came to feedback. So I really want to take the time to delve into it. So yeah.
The mythology?
Yeah, the mythology projects, Legacy of Olympus, and then Jagodens of, I don't know, man.
Okay, let me try it. Go back up.
We're bad at this.
In hindsight, I'm going to Germany soon. I should probably know some of them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I will give you this. This project was my favorite of the two.
It was. I'll agree with that. I love, one of my favorite things about this project is the writing style. I love how it was written in terms of, like, it almost was kind of written as a creepypasta.
Yeah, I would say that.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying it's written as like a really, really good, like, what if Disney did like this really dark attraction, you know?
Yeah. It's like, it's in the same, it's cut from the same thread as Alien Encounter.
Yeah, totally. And I think story-wise, it's cut from the same thread as something like I remember creepypasta about Splash Mountain and going on Splash Mountain, where I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like I just really like the setup of like you've been hearing about this thing all day and you personally don't want to go on it, but your friends are going to go on it, and so you don't want to seem like the chicken. And I don't know, just in that opening paragraph, I really got a lot out of that. Just really set the tone very well, even though not everyone who's going to be experiencing this attraction is going to be having these similar thoughts of fear regarding it.
Yeah.
I still think it just kind of set the tone and set the stage and really was effective in that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so.
All right.
The Greek one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, just to go over
Yeah.
this, because I don't want to like skip around.
I think this one was the most Basket Buddy inspired one too.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of. I also just like I said, I think the story of the project is really great. Just how all the visuals come together. There's a lot of things that happen early on in the ride that get paid off by the end. It's a very kind of full circle sort of narrative.
Yeah.
And the creature itself is very scary.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that too. I forgot about that. That was like kind of, not gonna lie, kind of creepy. Kind of creeped me out.
Right.
It's weird. Like even though I'm 23, I have this weird thing about vampires still. And I think this was a vampire project, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It's just the whole culture just creeps me out.
Vampires have never scared me, but to each their own.
I'm just weird.
I guess.
But okay, hold up. Really quick, I think I found the artwork that I have to show you.
Okay.
And I know it's kind of off topic, but it's so, oh my God, you just have to see it. It's going to make you so sad. Okay, screen share. Oh, I'm actually on an article called Disney Guest Chokes Girl Who Was Blocking View of Fireworks.
Oh boy. Oh God.
Suspect charged with child abuse.
Oh man.
Anyways.
Well, that's fun.
I know, right? Look at that art right there, by the way.
I can't see anything.
The image of the deer in the headlights.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. See full screen. And there's no volume, right? You can't hear anything?
No. You're muted, you're good.
Okay, hide. Okay, look. Okay, just look at that screen right here.
Okay.
This is like in 2001, so this is the first year.
Okay.
And you're going to see a little scene, which is a bunch of missed potential, in my opinion. Obviously, this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that happened.
Right.
Except the coffin is wrapped up in this picture, as you can see.
Right.
This scene that it's about to show. Okay, look at every single door.
What?
This is corridor doors. Look at every single door has one.
Every single door.
Look at the end.
Oh snap!
Look.
Oh my God.
I'm assuming that's where the clock would be.
Uh-huh.
Like the clock would be inside, but I don't even know how they would do that. Like, I saw that and my mind was blown. So, I mean, obviously that's what I was thinking of when we were talking about that.
Okay.
But
yeah, that's crazy.
They didn't really release concept art for this overlay. But yeah, it is what it is. There's actually another cool piece. But I will show you some other time because
I kind of want to go back and watch that video just because it'd be interesting to hear
this
the Imagineers. Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear the Imagineers talking about the Haunted Mansion Holiday the first year they did it.
It's I'll send you a link, but it's a two-parter. But I'll send you a link to the first part, and then you could find the second part.
Sure.
But yeah, this is also the year there was a different soundtrack entirely. Let me stop screen sharing. Okay.
right, so not much to say about this project other than that it's very well written, very scary. Like seriously, look at that. Look how creepy that is.
I know.
Jesus.
It was just an intense. It was a creepypasta. It was Epcot's creepypasta.
Right, right. Okay, and then Legacy of Olympus, I don't have as much to say about, but it is very good. I know it's one of Pie on My Cake's personal favorite projects he's ever worked on, which is cool. The website is very professional, of course, as always. It's a very good idea to use a website to kind of give it that great sort of professional flair. I don't know, man. It's like I would be really curious to see what real life Disney Imagineers had to say about these sort of websites and proposals and stuff, because they're all so detailed and flashy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
it's such an interesting way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm still doing my Dream Resort, which I've been doing. I kid you not, it's been over a year now.
Well, keep at it. Keep at it.
Exactly. I'm doing it in a Google Doc.
Nice.
Making it look all pretty because I can't figure out how to do a Wix website. I've tried.
It's funny. It's like I used to be good at web design back before web design changed.
Yeah, I'd have to have someone do it for me.
Like back when GeoCities was actually popular, I was like, I could make some like pretty damn good GeoCities sites using that template. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, of course, GeoCities is completely outdated and everything. But I'm just saying, back in the day, like, I don't know, just kind of like back when web design was simpler and didn't have as many options. I think that's what, you know, it's like, it's almost kind of like Photoshop. It's like Photoshop has so many options that you just get overwhelmed. And it's really hard to keep track of everything. Like, hell, I took like 2 Photoshop classes like less than 2 years ago. And I still, like, I have no idea what I'm doing now when I go back to Photoshop. It's sad.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Nothing really much else to say. I thought the introduction to this project was spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big part of it for me. That still stands out to me.
I guess one of the things that that doesn't really that maybe this project, I feel like this project kind of is overshadowed by Basket Buddy's season 10 project.
Which one was that?
It was done on the same theme. It was the Pirates Haunted Mansion spiritual successor.
Oh yes.
In which he did choose ancient Greece, I think. And so having said that, it's, I don't know, just because of my history with the game, it's like, I guess maybe that's not really fair to compare, but I mean that, you know, that was a Basket Buddy project, and it, you know, like any Basket Buddy project, it had a lot of detail in it. So yeah, I don't know. Not saying this isn't detailed or anything. This is really good. I like the use of the lift hills and how they are really integral to the story. And good sort of transition pieces.
I think the real shame about this particular project, though, was I remember there was Evan was supposed to do like a Jack the Ripper project.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they just never turned it in.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
It's gonna be some London superstition, right?
And I remember he was like really frustrated with that because the direction kept changing.
Yeah.
Like at first it was Jack the Ripper, and then they like expanded it, and I think in expanding it was kind of what led to the problems.
This is around the time I was super sick too.
right.
I remember getting messages from Evan, and I was like dying.
Oh God.
It was awful. But anyways, nothing much else to say. So next we would have, I believe, The Hobbit.
Yeah, I'll wait for it.
Maybe.
There we go.
Oh, this is the real game changer for me.
Yeah, and to me, Mew, I've tried, like, I don't know, I'm still under the impression that I think the perfect place to cut the rhyming out would be here.
I could see that, and that would work. That's, truth be told, that's how I would do it. That's how I would have done it. I would have said, okay, that's enough rhyming for me. I'm gonna just come up with my own right through.
You just admire the fact that they just went the extra mile with it and just had the gall to actually do it. Like,
poetry is hard.
It is.
They obviously spent so much time writing this. and it's a good project, and I love how it ends too. Like the ride itself is good. Like, don't get me wrong, but the ending where it's like, oh, the Peter Jackson movies came out, but Eisner was cheap and still didn't want to update the ride. And then the Hobbit movies come out, but Iger was cheap, didn't want to update the ride. Like, that's so realistic and tragic.
Right.
Like a good example of how Pie on My Cake's Festival of Imagination project about the Disney Universal.
Sure, right, yeah, exactly,
Like,
exactly.
How sad it was at the end because like it just kept changing.
I feel like that's one of the fascinating new developments in armchair Imagineering recently is kind of this this leading on like worst case scenarios and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Do you remember? I actually have been doing that for a long time too, like since the VF years. I had a project when I was playing in the game. Yeah, I think we had to redesign or design a park icon or something.
Was it the one where we did the where my team did the Neverland?
No, that was season 12.
I love that project.
That was a cool project. That was an awesome project.
Yeah.
But no, this one was me. I was a contestant. I did a giant elephant. Was the park's icon.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You entered through the foot. And inside was like a great movie ride type thing.
Right.
You were in like a river raft, like Grizzly River Run, Holly River Rapids, except it was a land vehicle. It was like a cinema reel, like a film reel. And then you went through scenes from Young Frankenstein, Gone with the Wind, Godzilla, King Kong, Nosferatu, Fantasia, and then the ending was Blazing Saddles. And in the ending of Blazing Saddles, all the movies collided. So it was like a good finale. And so, as a little added touch to that project, this was probably 2011, 2012. I had a follow up to it where it talks about how the ride slowly began to deteriorate because they lost their sponsor. And then I talk about an instance where the ride was finally abandoned and like people were sneaking into it and like breaking things and stealing parts. And, like the animatronics are just silently rotting in the dark.
Oh man.
And then eventually they just bulldoze the thing and replace it with a giant H.
Oh god.
For Hollywood. So I've been doing that kind of thing for a while.
That's awesome.
So I'm not going to say I spearheaded the movement, but it's been around longer but it's really gotten a surge in recent years.
All right, Garrett, I think that's actually a good place to end off on. I think that's kind of a final story for the podcast.
Yeah.
So
we should mention the Basket Buddy.
I mean, I guess there's not really a ton to say about it, as already been said. It's just like, Basket Buddy kicked ass. You know, it was more or less a solo project on Basket Buddy's end.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that to disparage any of his other team members, but I mean, I mean, I guess like just to have it on video, my God, look at it. That's the most beautiful screen-based concept art I've ever seen. I've never seen screens look so good.
I know. Jeez.
And the great thing about this is that, of course, it's a combination of screens and physical effects. So all the better.
It's the forbidden journey of Lord of the Rings.
Pretty much, which is great.
But yeah, I think we'll leave it at here.
Okay. All right, folks. So don't forget to check out the epic pop culture story. Can't wait to see the Halloween Horror Nights projects. Best of luck to everyone there. And, like I said, best of luck. Hopefully we don't have any hurt feelings or anything when it comes to the elimination and, whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of trailing off. Okay. You give us a Blue Dragon 5 to end out on.
And out on Blue Dragon 5.
No, I mean like some sort of silly like something would be improved with Captain America.
Well, you see, the last time Captain America and I went to Disneyland, we got in line for Boomerang, and the Bat was there, and he said, "Welcome to Six Flags."